Testing. All right, we live, I think. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We alive, baby. We live.
I had to do a reset of my computer because my board decided to update. As soon as
Don't you love when it decides to do that at the right time?
It decided to update right when I was about to install some sound bites.
You're like, God dang it!
I'm like, well, I can't do the sound bites tonight.
Oh no, not the vibe kill. Dang it, updates.
I mean, hold on, let me see if I can do it. Let's see. You might not hear me for a few seconds. Shoot, I'm live. It's okay. You can.
All good. Do your thing, bro. We in here.
Can you still hear me?
Of course I can, my friend.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I thought it was gonna,
all right. Never mind.
I thought I was gonna like delete it or something.
What the freak, camera?
What happened? Which camera you on?
Oh, I had to switch over to it. I just realized it was on my other camera.
Hey, that's why this is the pre-show. For those of you who don't know. This is let's vibe right quick before we go live. Make sure we get all our technical difficulties out the way.
For sure, my ninja.
My ninja. Let's see. Let's see if I touch this one. Will it pop up? Well, I'll do it when it's not in transfer mode. Let me add another one. Yeah. Right.
I think we got enough.
I had to assign these because I'm like, all right, we're good. I think I'm good. Bet. Let's see if I can pull this up. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, we live. We ain't got that much to talk about. What we do, but we don't. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Nah. Ain't not that much. What the freak, camera? Bro, stop player hating today, man. What the freak? Dang, that's annoying. I ain't even touching this thing, boy. That thing doing it all on its own.
Just in case it do mess up, I'll do the show non-participants so that way you'll still be there.
For sure.
So let's see. Let me test it before we go live though. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside.
Sweet jazz music.
Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor.
Oh God, boy.
I know I'm gonna definitely use this one.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside.
Right,
but what you been up to, man? I literally just finished the show today, so I'm about to pop this libation open.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Well, congrats on finishing the show while you popping. You know what I'm saying, my ninja. Man, it's been pretty cool. Just really back on the grind a little more, man. Really job hunting low key. Kind of trying to get up out of GameStop, bro. They tripping.
Ain't they finna bankrupt or something?
I hope so. It wouldn't surprise me. What that doggone corporation going right now? I'm like, bro, look, I'm outie. I really left a long time ago. I only came back because the guy that they fired, I ended up coming back for him. But I was just trying to get his new manager a chance, and was like, yeah, no, I'm out. Oh yeah, I took your hours away because I ain't scheduled this week because we didn't do your training. What? That's because you called some mandatory meeting on Mother's Day of all days, brother. Why the hell would you do that?
How was your Mother's Day?
It was pretty chill, man. You know what I'm saying? Showed love to my lady's mom, sent her. I didn't get to go see her, but I sent to Nikki my some gifts that I had for her, and her sister's birthday was last Tuesday, so I sent a little something for her. My auntie, you know what I'm saying, had to send her a little something, and then mom's, man, she had a pretty satisfied Mother's Day, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Treated her to dinner per usual. Washed the car. You know what I'm saying? Among other things, yeah. Gift cards, you know the usual pop. You know, but yeah, brother, man. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling though, brother?
I was in them slumps, but I didn't stay there.
Okay. As long as my boy didn't stay there, that's what it's all about.
I'm good at doing that. It's like I try not to stay there because I know a lot of people. It's like you got to feel every emotion. I said it on yesterday's show with Ruthless Lala. I was like, I gotta feel the emotions, but I'm just determined to not stay there.
Yeah, one thing I learned this week, man, just continue to open those as much as possible because I'm learning that I have a lot of suppressed emotions myself that I never truly apparently healed from.
The one thing about our friendship is we are both observant. So I'm pretty sure you see I have those as well as I've seen you have those as well. So it's good that you acknowledge that.
Yeah, man.
No pun to Roman Reigns.
No pun to Roman, but nah, man.
What up, Tristan? Hopefully you are doing well this fine evening.
Tristan, what's up, famo? What's good? Welcome. We just getting everybody some time. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, buddy.
Pre-showing it up. You know, we got quite a bit to talk about, but at the same time, we don't.
Yeah, literally, it's a lot to talk about, but not a lot at the same time. It's interesting. It's an interesting scenario. You ready to hit the button?
Oh yeah, my brother. We can hit it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready. Let's rock and roll. Let's do it.
Bet.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed.
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section, guarantee you they ain't jaded. Heal you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is episode 70 of the show that does pretty much everything except for not keeping it real, because we are determined to keep it real. But joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me as always is my main man, my right hand man, my partner in them, Mr. Highlight Real. What's good with your brother?
What's going on, my fellow gents and gentettes? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's a word. I'm just going along with it. You know, it's what's happening. I see we got some faithfuls in the chat already. What's up, chat? How y'all doing this evening? I hope everybody had a dope Mother's Day, dope weekend, dope all that. You know what I'm saying? Tell your peoples that you love them all the time. Don't let a holiday just be the only reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? Always love your peoples. That's all I got to say in the intro. You feel me? We here.
Yo, yeah, we definitely here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed your Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the mothers. I was a little down under because this was my first Mother's Day without my mother. It was rough, but I didn't, like I said during the pre-show, I didn't stay in the slumps because she wouldn't want me to stay in the slumps. So I just continue to try to do everything step by step, day by day. Word to everybody who I forgot who said that. Step by step.
Literally the show. Step by step. The actual show. That's why I was like, you said it, you asked it. It was like literally that's the show. Step by step.
Step by step. Name my day. Marty, he's typically our guest. He said no Marty this week. Nah, he's our guest. Like
Nah.
whenever he's available. That man is a Grammy Award winning writer. That brother is always working. Like when people think that we're just talking last week, like that brother is working, but he's always welcome on the show. Like a lot of people welcome on the show. A lot of our friends of the show, like we appreciate everybody who likes to stop by and chopping up with yours truly, your boys. You know the deal. You know the deal. But
you know the vibes. Let's go.
But yeah, man, we out here just chopping it up as always. If you haven't already, speaking of chopping it up, make sure you guys check out. Oh shit, here we go again with Ruthless Lala. That episode 2 dropped. It was a candid episode. We talked it up, we chopped it up. I wasn't supposed to be a guest on it, but her injury pretty much pushed everything back with as far as like everybody being a guest or whatever. I'm not gonna be on there. That's her show, that's her thing, that's for her to do. I'm just producing it. Make sure you guys check that out. Episode 2 or wherever you stream your podcasts and all the good stuff. And I know I've been on the road a lot, so for those of you who are fans of the gaming stuff that I be doing, I am working on a What If tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna try to release that for King and Queen of the Ring. And speaking of King and Queen of the Ring, we're gonna be talking about that tonight on today's episode, along with Team Elite versus Team AEW for Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing is shaping up to be quite the show for those of you who are fans of All Elite Wrestling. We're gonna be talking about, obviously, like I said, King and Queen of the Ring, and a controversial outcome, especially if you go based off of online opinion. If you want to ignore the in arena reactions to stuff, but outside of that, let me look at other. Also, people assume, speaking of kings and queens and bloodlines, people assume that a certain soon to be debuting Samoan within the bloodline could outshine the now leader of said bloodline. So Sikoa will talk about that as well, and pretty much NXT. We'll preview AEW and then we'll get up out of here because, like we said at the pre-show, ain't much for us to talk about, but we got some stuff to talk about for those of you who are joining us, our faithful. I guess we could call them that, huh? Faithful.
Yeah, shout out to our faithful, man. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all because y'all always up in this thing.
We appreciate y'all for always kicking it with your boys here. And speaking of kicking it with your boys, it's time to chop it up with the fam, where we pretty much talk about everything that we didn't really talk about last week. Raw, SmackDown, news, rumors, whatever I pull up, whether I want to talk about, we'll talk about it right here on this show. And speaking of King and Queen of the Ring, let's talk about the tournament so far. It's definitely better than last year. We can say that. What's your thoughts? Summarize your thoughts on the King and Queen of the Ring tournament.
Was that last year?
2021, I believe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm about to say it took a year off. I think they took the WWE 2K route.
It 2 years off, actually. I don't know why it said last year, but yeah, 2 years off because it's 2021. That was the last one, and then they just didn't do it.
Thought so. Okay. All right. Cool. I've been rocking with it, y'all. I really rock with it. Matches. Most of the matches have been like bangers, really. Low key, especially for them to be TV matches. I can't call for the live matches. That's still my gripe with it, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of the fact that they had to do some of these on like live shows. Kind of made me wish I went to Macon if that was the case. If I knew that was gonna be what they were gonna do, I would have just went to Macon.
They didn't advertise it really, really good, in my opinion.
For real,
it comes to that type of stuff.
And that was really a quick little 2-hour trip because I mean, shoot, I was just out there. I lived there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like. That would have been super easy, to just take that little ride and pull up to the arena or whatever and just at least catch something that meant something. Because ever since you told me about live schedules, I haven't really been interested in a lot of live shows. After you were like, oh, let me guess, same schedule. And it was just like, oh, they do that? Dang, So I never really went to a lot of live shows. But if I known they were going to do it with these kind of implications, bro, I would have definitely pulled up Macon.
And that's the reason why I kind of wasn't really like, oh my God, this is dumb as hell. Why y'all doing this? Is because it do make you give that. It do give you that incentive, like, oh, let me peep these live shows because they not just all just random shit. Like some of it has some importance. Like think back to AJ Styles winning the US title. What was it? 2017, 2016,
Yeah,
17.
that live show. Yeah.
So it's like I kind of don't harp. It would have been cool, especially for a 3-hour show. You could easily put Kofi and Ray on that show because it was 3 hours. Like, bro, come on now, it's 3 hours of Raw.
Yeah, man. And the Zelina stuff threw me off because I was like,
a lot of people are injured.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, Bobby's injured, Zelina's injured, and it's like so sudden because you're like, wait a minute, what happened? And then you're like, oh, they're hurt. When? Why would you announce it? You know? So evidently,
most of them say it was during training, so which is believable because if you wrestling, you are training a lot.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, overall though, I think it's been pretty solid. Sure, there's some matches that you kind of could say, but most of the ones as far as what we've cared about or what intrigued us, like a Ricochet Dragunov, for example, like delivered in many ways. The one where you're like, I can't wait to see them run it back. You know, depending on your subjective opinion on Jey Uso and Ilya Dragunov, or Kofi and you know, Gunther, or you know what I'm saying, like Gunther and Sheamus. The SmackDown ones weren't too bad either that I know of, because Dawkins was actually cooking with Tama Tonga. I ain't gonna lie. I think he was cooking.
I know a lot of people was dismissing him because it was not Montez Ford or Bobby Lashley.
Man, listen.
Tendency, I hate it. I'm gonna say, I know me and you got the same thought process, but it's like I need y'all to stop dismissing Dawkins.
I'm gonna put it to you this way, dog. It's crazy. If wrestling was hip hop right now, the Street Profits, the Hardy Boys, and the Usos would all be outcasts right now. Because you ninjas is Andre 3000, one half of these great tag teams, and you underrating the other one like they ain't dope on the feature game too. And then you act like they ain't a force when they together. That's darn near unstoppable. So, hey, bro, I'm just saying, keep that same energy, my ninja. Understand, I love me some Montez. I love Jeff Hardy. I love Jey Uso. We're not going to act like the other halves of them can't cook in their own rights now. Wait till Jimmy get back. That's all I'm saying. Wait till when Dawkins and Montez do decide to split, watch Dawkins have some just as much success as my boy, you know what I'm saying, Montez. Y'all ain't ready to hear that one, but just wait. Wait till you see him get some singles titles too. I'm just saying. Let's not do this to them, y'all. Let's not do that. Oh, yeah. Appreciate both of them together, just like you can appreciate both of them separately. Point blank, period.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of appreciating, let's appreciate Jade Cargill for that match she had with Piper on SmackDown.
Oh, yes. Yes, brother. Yes,
oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Man.
You know I'm gonna appreciate that. Listen. If this don't tell you that WWE listens to this show in some way or another, what I tell you, brother? Lately we've been getting it. More big meaty women slapping me. Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep. You can have that big meaty man stuff all you want to. I'm just saying, and I got another one coming. I got Nia Jackson, Jay. Bruh, what? Match made in heaven, baby. I'm like, let's go. And actually, no, for real, Nia Jackson deserves her flowers too, because her and Naomi cooked.
Oh, absolutely.
That match right there, the way Nia took that top rope Hurricane Rana was just like, dog, you've never seen that ever on Nia Jax, bro. So, like, at the end of the day, man, like I said, let's stop giving hate to Nia too, bro. I think it's time to say it, y'all. If you wasn't already saying it, if you wasn't a Nia Jax fan in the past, I always rocked with her, even when y'all was like, oh, she's hurting people. You know what I'm saying? It was more than just the looks. I knew there was potential there, for real. But she put in that work since she got released, and she's been dropping weight. And I mean, like, it seems like she's getting slimmer by the week, low key. Whoever is working with her, Dog, I'm telling you, she is cooking more and more and more, and it is inevitable before that woman gets that title back.
She's motivated.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
You can. I think that's just pretty much sums it up to she's motivated. Like it's a trend to hate on Nia, but the real ones like us, we can acknowledge that she was like she needed some more work early on, like everybody else. Like, come on, it's like let's be real. Like people still give Lash Legend flack from time to time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
bro.
she's in the right place. But at the same time, it's like you can acknowledge without even taking a bump and not being obtruse and a dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally acknowledge the fact that like she's motivated. So
Oh yeah.
if it gets down to if it's EO versus Jade in the finals or whoever in the finals, or EO versus Nia in the finals, or Tiffany Stratton, whoever, you can acknowledge the fact that Nia Jax is motivated during this entire tournament. Everybody's motivated. Every single match. But definitely giving flowers to Piper for basically hanging in and like not even just hanging in there, but like guiding Jade to a great match. Because that's one thing a lot of people don't really do is give Piper her flowers. Because
you're right. Now I'm gonna say to those people, if you was ever one of those, not you, Gresh, but I'm talking about anybody who ever thought that, clearly didn't do their research and watch NXT UK Piper Niven.
Oh, they did.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm
Piper
I'm not finna even act like I was out here watching NXT UK because it came on.
No, yeah, bro.
But at the same time, I from the matches that I saw of her, I can be like, oh yeah, she survived Doudrop.
Trust me. Now that she deserves an award for that alone, bro. If you can survive names that you cannot come back from, you alone deserve a championship run at some point. But dog, it's just the fact that like Piper, I've been waiting for them to. That's why I was so happy that Triple H finally took over the reins, because if this was the vacant era, we already know none of this would have ever happened.
Oh no, it was still been Queen's Crown with Zelina, where it was like 30-second matches.
Would have been a whole joke. But I love like everything from the production. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to you, bro. 100. I love the production. I love the way they are showing things, telling stories the way they're doing in little ways where you're like, So, for example, I don't know if y'all noticed. Like, I heard Damien, I heard you mention what Nia Jax was wearing. Here's a funny fact, bro. Here's a funny fact. I was listening to some other folks and somebody brought something up that even I didn't realize or think about till it was like, yo, storytelling. Nia Jax had on Bloodline colors, bro. She wore the exact colors that Tama Tonga had on. I'm just telling you, it's a matter of time. You about to get your first woman in the Bloodline right now. Give it time. Just wait. It's probably going to happen after Queen of the Ring.
This is about to be a whole family civil war. You got Naomi on Twitter talking about you're not invited to the cookout no more.
No, for real, bro. And here's what's even wilder, bro. Another epiphany came to me when it came to this men's thing, but I'll save it for when we get into that controversial subject. Because that's up next. But when I get to that, I got something for that too. Because the way things are shaping up, man. Yeah, something might go down with this queen and king of the ring. I'm just saying.
The last thing on SmackDown, like let's talk about Randy Orton versus AJ Styles.
Yes. They always had chemistry because I remember when they feuded, what was that, like 2017, 2018, I believe it was. When they had that infamous promo battle.
Oh, that was 2019 because I remember that they had that match at Mania 2019 where the light was on and the crowd was chanting literally like, we can't see.
Yeah. Yeah. And we ended up relating to that a couple years later at SummerSlam. So fix that, WWE. Just saying. But man, bro, like these dudes
I like Randy's like selling during this match too. Like he was like if you need to study someone, study this motivated Randy Orton. Like he's like, even though he had the back surgery, you can tell he's pivoted to where he just picking up on his storytelling. Like he was selling the knee like crazy. And the way he was selling it, like it reminded me when we was at For the Culture, and I was watching Darius Carter.
Yeah.
And I was always getting like, it was late. It was like, what time was it? Like 2 a.m. when it was done.
That was like 2
Everybody else was kind of pretty much like tuning out, but I was watching, and I'm like, I love the way that he's fluid in the little things. Like he goes from, you can tell he's not going. He's like, you can tell he's not like 1, 2, 3, next move. It's like he's finding little things to do, and that's what Randy Orton was doing here. And I'm not trying to say, it's like, I'm not trying to compare anybody, but it's just like, I'm a fan of that when you add little stuff that I can catch, that it makes it seems like it's not a routine, but more so it's a fluid ass whooping and fight and struggle. That's what I like. So I had to acknowledge that, and obviously Randy Orton won. So I would not be like, how do you see the finals going for the SmackDown men's?
Honestly, it looks like they're telling. I mean,
it could be
kind of ties into Randy. What I was going to get into, but
do you think it's going to be Randy versus Tama?
I don't think, man. I feel like it really is, because Randy Orton kind of gave that away by setting it up.
That promo?
It's an inevitable clash. Yeah, I mean, he all but said it, because unfortunately for LA Knight, I mean, you're going against a Bloodline member. You know what that means. Once again, screwed by the Bloodline, which then sets him up to feud with the Bloodline again at some point, right? If they decide they want to go that route. You know, it just depends on like if they do something for filler purposes or something. I doubt it though, but you already know they're going to get involved in some kind of way. Look at what they did for the match, you know, with Dawkins. So it's inevitable they're going to do that. And then Randy, I mean, he going to have a banger with Melo, but after seeing the Dragon off, it ain't impossible for Melo to lose either. So it's just like, I can see him getting one of those epic RKOs that we're going to be memeing, and we're going to say, this is debatable. What's the best RKO of all time? Melo going to top that some kind of way. I could easily see him going for his finisher or something and just.
Oh, you talking about the nothing but net?
He'll find a way to go for nothing but net.
It's gonna be nothing but brick. It's gonna be nothing but brick when that RKO get hit.
I know, and that's what's gonna be so sad, because I heard his promo about the most dangerous letters will be HIM, which I like the pun and the twist, but man, for somebody who's been shooting some shots, bro, you've been kind of bricking a little bit, but I still love that it's not taking away his confidence. You know what I'm saying? It's reminding me of like young MVP early SmackDown days, minus the flashy Power Ranger suits.
I'm coming.
Because remember, like MVP had that. It was like he cocky like that. You know what I'm saying? Whether he won or lost, he didn't lose the confidence until he went on like a crazy losing streak. But you know,
I'm still laughing at MVP hating that theme song. But I understand.
I don't know why he hated it either, unless he just hates Shaka. That's all I can really say. Maybe he's just not a Shaka fan.
He probably started hating it after everybody made that "I'm coming" to meme.
Memes were a thing back then?
Nah, I thought he hated it. Was it recent or was it like back then?
No, yeah, like back then.
Oh, then never mind. I thought
he hated it. To my understanding, he hated it as much as Randy Orton hated hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to. Even though I love that song, I'm just saying, you know, I love that. You know, if you ever get Legend Killer Randy back, you have to always have that song with it, because that made Legend Killer Randy famous. I'm just saying.
And speaking of saying and killing vibes and killing leeway, let's talk about we talking about King Reign. Let's talk about these fickle fans.
Let's talk about them. Yeah, let's talk about them, Gresh.
Let's talk about them. Jey Uso's victory over Ilya Dragunov sparks online debate that literally bled into the morning, because that's what wrestling Twitter do. They love to bleed shit over into the weekend or over to the next day. But before we talk about the fan reaction to it, what did you think about this match?
I liked it. You know, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Not Dragunov's best efforts, but I mean, it was interesting how the finish went to me, because I was like, that felt sudden, because, you know, we've seen Dragunov. We've seen a lot more have to take a guy like that out. And I was like, spear, splash. But
do you think it was a time issue?
It could have been, bro.
Because they did start mad late.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, you know how it is with that running over, man. You know, they can't really do it like that. And I don't know. This is kind of why I really missed the pay-per-view version of King of the Ring, because then it was just like, you know.
Or because they could have saved the first round for the show and then said, okay, let's build to the semifinals or the quarterfinals and the semifinals and the finals at King of the Ring.
Exactly. Like, I wish if they decide when they bring this back next year, I hope they really, yeah. Like, I hope they really do that. Like, bring it back in pay-per-view form or PLE form, whatever you want to say. You know, bring it back in that form so that you can really give these talents time to truly shine the way they want to shine. If you have to do the TV route, then it shows for some people other than others that they can shine on TV, but just kind of depends on the spot, you know. Like EO.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. You know exactly where I was going right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it just shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's EO, bro. You know what I mean? Her and Lyra is gonna be real fun. That's gonna be real fun.
And this comes from somebody who wasn't really were you not sold on Lyra at one point?
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't.
This is coming from somebody who wasn't really sold on Lyra at one point. So
and still, to be completely honest, I'm still not the biggest Lyra fan, but I'm getting better on her in terms of like, okay, I see what they see in her, but it's like I'm still not a super duper fan of hers. So we'll see how that goes as she continues to elevate and prove some things. Like, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And the SmackDown side is interesting because of how they're booking this right now. Because I'm like, you're not gonna give us Bianca and Jade that early, that soon, and that quick. And that's a slap in the face to Naomi and Mercedes if you decide to do that.
They'll likely do Tiffany versus Jade.
I was thinking the same thing, but even that's such a pay-per-view match, man. It's crazy how like you're like, dang. Like, as you get closer to these, you're like, that's a pay-per-view match. That's the
reason why I say that is because Bianca can afford a loss, but they're still king-ho on protecting Jade that she's not losing until that final. If they make her lose to whoever on the Raw side.
Honestly, they should have switched it because based off Bianca, because that's the thing. People wanted Bianca and Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, and now here you are getting it in a King of the Ring match. But it's a little predictable because you know that Bianca's probably selling this knee, and she's going to target it, find a way to cheat to win, and, you know, the usual, right? And it's like, I would have rather her go up against Nia, where the knee could have been something for keeping her from truly doing, you know, the KOD to where it would have fell in Nia's favor to actually beat her, to set up a future feud in the future where they could have told a better story after the fact. Like, I'm healed now, so fight me, fight the EST at full strength, and let's see if you can do that again, kind of thing. As to Jade and Tiffany, that would have been a little easier for me because then I would have been like, well, all right, yeah, I can see that, but I don't know.
They loaded the SmackDown side of people who don't really need to lose.
Yeah. I mean, it's like no matter how you look at it, like
somebody's going to lose and somebody's going to get mad.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, you got diehard Bianca fans. Remember, she's the John Cena at this point of the WWE for the women. So it's like her losing is just going to piss off the super Bianca fans. Jade losing, I don't know if she has a hardcore fan base, but
she has a hardcore haters.
She does have that. She does have that a lot. You are so right. But
she do have some fans. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, it's some people. It's some people who love Jade, but yeah, her hardcore haters are the loudest. Put it that way.
Yeah. So I'm like something about it would be interesting from the uproar on that, and then Nia just straight up has haters, like literally.
But here's my gripe with most of these people online. This is where I get into it because it's like the same people who are mad about these outcomes, didn't y'all say y'all wasn't watching Saudi Arabia shows?
No, you tell them about that one, brother. I don't think they want to hear. Say that one again, because I don't think they want to hear that.
Didn't you say you weren't paying attention to Saudi Arabia shows? I mean, I've been following a lot of people since like they started doing this thing. Since I was Josh Gresham ORG on Twitter. Since I was the Gresham brand on Twitter. I'm taking you back to 2011. I've seen a lot of y'all. And a lot of y'all was like, oh, WWE shouldn't be laying in bed in Saudi Arabia, so I will boycott these shows. And yet you the loudest talking about, oh my God, I can't believe this person isn't winning to become king and queen of the ring. Why do you care?
Yeah, man. You got to be right about that, because here's I mean,
I just had to get that out of my system, because I'm like,
hey, listen, I don't blame you, because here's I'm gonna just share, since we're already into this with the fickle fans and stuff, bro. I'm not mad at Jey Uso winning against Ilya, bro. I'm not, because first of all, you really think and thought you were gonna get Dragunov versus Gunther that quick, that soon? Did you not see the way Gunther looked at Ilya Dragunov after the fact of him losing? He shrugged him off like, yeah, I ain't worried about you no more. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that.
He literally put it on Twitter. He was like, not this time.
Yeah.
Another time.
Yeah. Like, you're going to get that. Matter of fact.
My thing is, Jay was the replacement if Drew didn't get injured.
Exactly.
So put it this way. If Jay didn't beat him, Drew was going to beat him. He was going to lose.
Not to mention, I mean, like I said, bruh, I'm not mad at this, because when the epiphany hit me today, I said, wait a minute. Boing! The light came on, and I said, hold up.
When has Dragunov even? And my thing is, but I'm gonna let you. I ain't mean to cut you off. When has Dragunov ever been undefeated?
Good point.
He's always had adversity, even in NXT UK. Yeah. Even in NXT, when he first got there, he lost.
He did. He lost. That's what fuels the dragon. It makes him stronger. You know what I'm saying? Hello, people. It's what makes.
So what you were about to say?
So what I was going to really say is the epiphany light bulb hit me this morning, and I was like, wait a minute. Is it possible? Could we really get former Bloodline member versus Bloodline member in the finals at King of the Ring, knowing that we already have someone pretending to be a tribal chief, but then you win a King of the Ring? You follow me here, Gresh? I said, you know, that don't seem like such a bad idea to me. I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind it. Let Jey Uso get the crown, man. I mean, look, people been campaigning like, hey, this, that. Hey, Tribal Chief come back. What up, Oos?
It's Tribal Chief,
but it's King Oos. You know what I'm saying?
Or King Yeet or whatever.
Whatever he would say, like Yeet. And then, you know, and Roman, you know, dap him up and be like, I see you, main event, Jey Uso. I see you. You did your thing. I got you there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you, cousin. I'm proud of you, Oos. You got King of the Ring. At least somebody earned a crown.
A title.
Meanwhile, somebody's pretending to be me, thinking they are the tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? Hey. That wouldn't be bad. I'm just saying that's a long-term storytelling, the continuous story, if you ask me. Jey Uso, former Bloodline member versus a current Bloodline member, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they kind of teased it with the little face-off. I'm just saying, I don't know. We could.
The Yeeter of Worlds is what Jay calls himself now.
That does, you know, Damien, you make a point with that theory though, because I was thinking about that, especially because of the whole Fireflies thing. It wouldn't surprise me though, for
The
real.
Yeet lights, as Michael Cole called them.
Yeah, like even though he put Bray over and was just like, yo, thank you, universe, thank you, Oos, I love y'all, I love you, Bray, and stuff like that, for just even allowing that to happen. He's showing respect, but it wouldn't surprise me, especially these QR codes, if YS6 does attack Jey Uso first.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I blame France if that happens, because you mofos started this.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Solo didn't say he was the tribal chief. He just was in charge.
He didn't say it.
By
You're right.
orders of the tribal chief. So he still doesn't call himself tribal chief. He's still technically the tribal heir.
That is true. But does he not go around acting like a tribal chief? Tell me that.
Of course, he's the tribal heir.
Give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, hey.
Wise man.
It's air for now, but how you not know he lets it get to his head? I mean, it happens. It's a classic story every time, you know. Underboss slightly in charge, you know what I'm saying? They get a little too big-headed before
they kind of did that with the Don of NXT when Stax was in charge for a minute while the Don was in jail.
Yeah. A little bit. You just never know, bro. You just never know.
Oh, I'm intrigued regardless. So it's like I'm not like these. I'm not like these weirdos online.
Yeah, man. Just enjoy some wrestling. It's just the fact that we have good wrestling again, man. Wrestling is. Why are we still complaining, bro?
It's like you don't get everything you want.
You don't. And if you did, you still wouldn't be happy. So what's the point? You're in an endless hole with yourself.
Because hear me out. Say we did get Gunther versus Ilya. Mm-hmm. It would have been on Raw. It would have been commercial break after commercial break after commercial break.
But then again, don't forget picture in picture.
But then the thing is, I can see both sides of the. I'm not talking about the weirdos. I'm talking about the normal people who was like, but I really wanted to see it anyway. I understand both sides of the coin. Mm-hmm. You want to see this match, and we can't really use that excuse of, it's a TV match, because we still talking about Chad Gable versus Gunther all these months later. We still talking about Gunther versus Sheamus 3 that happened literally, what was it, last week? The week before? Mm-hmm. Last week? Mm-hmm. So it's like
Ricochet and
Ricochet versus Ilya.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't really use that excuse, but at the same time, you can just tell that they just want to build to Gunther versus Ilya and not rush. And instead of losing y'all marbles and losing your mind online, and then eventually stumbling across of mentioning deceased relatives over scripted sports, crashing out online, and for what? Over a show that you're still going to watch? Over a product that you're still going to consume? Because keyword, you're a consumer. You are watching a television show. Relax. It is just wrestling.
It really is, bro. And yeah, they gotta get that together, man. Because you can't sit here and just continue to be that way. But my thing about TV match is, like you said, I mean, the commercial breaks for one. And
it do takes
Ilya and
it do takes you out of it. It takes you out of it, and I understand that because it takes me out of it. But at the same time, I'm not going to be out here crashing out.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, I mean, to me personally, Ilya and Gunther screams SummerSlam, WrestleMania, maybe Royal Rumble, but you would put both of them in the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, if you want that teaser where they kind of face off in the Royal Rumble briefly, like 1 and 2 kind of situation. But come on now, like, let that thing happen. Now, Bash to Berlin, Tristan, you were right. That's another situation. You can go that route. Now, I'd argue that would have been perfect if Gunther was still IC champ.
Or he could win the world title. If he
wants to take it off Damian Priest that quickly?
Yes.
Because he kind of
I am okay.
Personality wise, he's kind of doing his thing a little bit.
SummerSlam. Gunther wins the world title. Bash in Berlin, and 3 weeks later, you build up Ilya versus Gunther.
I don't know, bro.
Ilya does not have to win. Ilya does not have to win.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta let.
Or you gonna have to wait a little bit longer and just have Gunther win the world title in his home country. So that means you're gonna have to wait a little longer for Ilya. That's the cards you're gonna be dealt with. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna have to wait regardless. You're going to have to wait.
Yeah, no, they gotta wait. I mean, come on now. You can't. You gotta. How many times we gotta tell them about how you properly? Let me say this right before I say a pause. How you properly prepare your poultry. You season it, you marinate it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let it cook.
Yeah, like Ernest True said, he's like, you just gotta build to it. So people just gonna have to wait.
Pretty much. Bianca versus Jade is the perfect example of what you just said. Now, I'm just glad they're not doing that Imperium BS where some of y'all out there was like, oh yeah, Dragunov's gonna be Imperium. Really?
Why?
Where? Why?
Y'all out here complaining about he who shall not be named booking and not making sense. None of y'all be making a lick of sense. Like, I don't know if you saw, like, I literally stopped taking people I stopped taking people on social media serious because I saw someone say that it should be that the SmackDown side should end in DQ in the semifinals. So that way, if it comes down to Jay versus Bianca, no one takes the loss. Why are y'all so bad at fantasy booking?
Well,
even your fantasy doesn't make sense.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate a little bit on that one. Not that I condone it, but after kind of watching a few of the older King of the Rings, specifically in part the first one, you actually had that happen during some matches where that ended in a DQ for some people. I think it was Mr. Hughes and Perfect.
But those were the opening matches. They're talking about the semifinals where the winner. True.
Well,
so basically, if it's a DQ, neither one of them goes on.
Well, hear me out.
So that means EO wins.
No, hear me out though. No, we ain't done yet. Because I'm glad you said that. Because in the semifinals, it was freaking undefeated Tatanka. Undefeated Tatanka goes against undefeated Lex Luger for whatever reason by the Narcissist. That was a weird name to give a guy.
He thought
those two were both undefeated, went against each other in the semis, and they canceled each other out and called it a draw. I was like, huh? Yeah, the time limit ran out. And they made it a draw to where Bam Bam Bigelow got an instant bye into the finals where he fought Bret Hart. 1993, y'all. Vince McMahon.
Was that the semifinals or the quarterfinals?
No, that was the semis. Because they literally said when they announced that it was a draw because they ran out of time, because they were both undefeated. So I was saying when I saw that, I didn't know Lex Luger was undefeated. I knew they said Tatanka was. I didn't know Lex Luger was also undefeated. But Bobby the Brain Heenan kept bringing that up. Like, oh, well, the Narcissist Lex Luger is also undefeated. So I'm like, wait, so you got two undefeated people in a match against each other in the semis? Really? And it ended in a time limit. Like the time ran out and they called a draw. Bam Bam Bigelow had already advanced automatically to the finals where he met Bret Hart after he pretty much had a classic with Mr. Perfect. And I was just like, huh. So you mean to tell me? And that was the first King of the Ring. So I'm like, oh, you mean to tell me this is something now these type of shenanigans could happen in the King of the Ring. They could, but it depends on how Triple H and management decide they want to book all that. So I'm not going to completely weigh that out. I would not be surprised if we get some type of shenanigans like that. Not everybody probably gets a pinfall. I know, Gresh, I know, brother. And I was just watching the first one. I'm still kind of watching some of the older ones to see what else happened in these older King of the Ring pay-per-views. Bro, I know. A double count out? You know what's funny? If they did do something like that, that would not surprise me one bit. Because I'm telling you, somebody Because you also have to think about it this way too, Gresh. Most of those SmackDown matches, they're gonna want to do that again. They're gonna want to do Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca in a true feud. They're gonna want to do Nia Jax versus Jade in a true feud. They're gonna want to do Tiffany Stratton versus Jade in a true feud. You see what I'm saying? Like you got no matter which way you go in the outcomes of those women, you're gonna see them face each other again. So they're gonna find some creative ways to kind of make it where everybody doesn't take a full pinfall loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So whether we like it or not, I'm already just gonna say, however this turns out, I'm okay with it because a lot, like we said, it's a stack on that. It's stacked on that SmackDown side for the women. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
All right.
Oh, what was it? All right.
But
nah,
it's
case.
like I'm not. Yeah, nothing. At this point, yeah. If it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, and I'm not gonna get disrespectful online about it. Because the moral of the story is with wrestling Twitter. Because this King of the Ring tournament, my God, like I'm at that point now where 2025, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna leave you to be online. Me, I'm just gonna walk away because these niggas are weird.
Hey man, listen.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside.
And roll their ass up like a fresh pack of za.
You know, what more can you ask for, brother? What more can you ask for?
Crashing out online over scripted sports. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. But yeah, I'm ready for the King of the Ring. The semifinals will be Gunther versus Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. And on the SmackDown side, it'll be the winner of... Who is it? Is it Orton and Carmelo and Tama and who else?
LA Knight.
LA Knight. Mm-hmm. Who you think gonna be the finals on the SmackDown side? You think it's gonna be LA Knight versus Orton or Tama versus Orton? Because I think we said that earlier. Orton versus Tama is likely the finals.
I'd like LA Knight to get in the finals because I heard someone mention how this is the type of gimmick that fits a guy like him. But unfortunately, he just keeps getting put in the wrong scenarios because I'm like, whoever made and constructed this bracket
didn't think that through.
Like, you really want him. It's one thing to have him have lost already, but now you want him to lose again to the bloodline again with what, you know, it's like he can't escape this bloodline thing.
They should have drafted him to Raw.
My point exactly. Unfortunately for that, though, he would have had to run into Gunther, but, you know.
I mean, it would have been something different.
Man, yeah, you're right about that. Now, that you are right about, sir. I will give you that. But it's, man, dude, this just, my guy LA Knight just can't catch a break, bro. Like, I'm saying, like, how much more over can you be? He's not even getting a United States Championship. Y'all ninjas out there wanting him for, like, oh, he should take the title off Logan Paul. Well, that ain't happening because it looked like Cody might mess around and do it if they decide to put both of them titles on the line. Guess we'll get to that when we get to it.
In a few seconds.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. LA Knight just can't win for losing right now. So, you just got to assume this is Tama Tonga versus Orton in the finals right now.
I feel the same way. Like, there's no other way to put it. Yeah, there's no other way to put it. Like, he's not losing. That brother is not. He is not winning. I'm sorry. Sorry, Los Angeles night, but it is not your night when it comes to the King, Queen of the Ring, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of the bloodline, like we're excited about King of the Ring. We're gonna move right along. But speaking of the bloodline, could Jacob Fatu outshine Solo Sikoa if he joins the bloodline? That's our question to dispute right now. Like, do you feel that way?
I don't feel that way. Actually.
That was a trend. That was a trend over the weekend.
I think that's just endless smoke being blown, because as much as I am very aware of Jacob Fatu, and I know you and I both know what his personality is, what he is capable of, and things like that. That's a subjective opinion to a degree, for one, because it's like, hey, I mean, yeah, he does look like boss material for one. So there's that. Solo's no slouch either, but maybe it's just the case that he's more seasoned than Solo in terms of he's been grinding longer on the indies than Solo has. So if you want to give that as a reason to why he quote unquote outshines him, I'm not mad at it. I understand it. But I'm not one to just jump on that and say that right now. I think they're just stirring that up because that's what they want. People want him to outshine Solo because they probably don't like Solo Sikoa in this role. And if you're that type of person, shame on you, bro. Like, dog. Because what you gonna say if you don't end up liking Jacob Fatu? We don't know what the WWE version of him is going to look like, for one. You forget they tone things down, y'all. He may not be the Jacob Fatu that you're used to on the indie scene. So why are we trying to make this false narrative that, oh, he's going to outshine Solo? How so, sir, man?
How do you know?
Who's to say he is and who's to say he isn't? If he does, okay. So if he doesn't, now you just look stupid yet again because you're saying these things that aren't 100% true. The crowd determines that. And as far as I'm concerned, if he ends up being on that side, he's going to get booed. They're all going to get booed.
Right.
And all you people out here hating on Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, can we please stop that bull too? Talking about this great value bloodline and Dollar General bloodline. I'm like, bro, stop. Bloodline is bloodline. Did you not pay attention to The Rock pulling up the stupid family tree? Lord, let me not say stupid. Sorry, y'all. It's not stupid, but you know what I mean. He pulled up the family tree, people.
Look at you now, boy.
Exactly. Now, where's that soundbite when you need it? But he pulled that up. You know what I'm saying? That family tree involves everybody. Everybody trying to say, oh, well, so what? They're Tongans. They're not Samoans. Oh, they're... Look, bro.
Blood oath means everything to that family, so
exactly.
they're family.
They are family regardless. Tamina, Nia Jax, you name it. You go down wherever you want to go on whatever side. They are all related by blood oath.
Speaking of Tamina, if she's not retired, she need to come back around.
I agree. I think she does, man. I would love to see it personally. I mean, this is where I wish they had this bloodline thing going like 10 to 15 years ago, man.
Yeah, Vince wasn't creative, so and he who should not be named wasn't creative. So
I know. That's just my way of saying. But we can't say that completely though, because he did have a hand in this thing before, you know.
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
Well, he didn't have a choice.
That's true, because
Roman was like, I'm not coming back unless I am in full control of this.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So, hey man, but be patient. Jacob will get there in due time, and he will likely cook.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever side is the intriguing part for me. Like, will he be with the OG bloodline? Because this is how I choose to look at it. Solo pretty much chose outside of his immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob is technically a Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
He's immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
That can be the story right there. Jacob is like, yeah, I'm relying with you, but then he like, psych, you chose outsiders, like extended family over immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
Civil War.
Yeah.
That's how. So that way, so basically, Jacob could be the reason why the Usos get back together on down the line, and that be the catalyst to the Civil War. Because if you look at the story, Jacob literally credits the Usos for being his inspiration of being a wrestler. So they can go that story, like he's siding with with his inspiration.
The only thing I'll say to counter that, if they go that route, like if, you know, because I'm still just so hung up on what Jay's doing right now that it's crazy how far down the line we're talking if they decide to go that route. Because it's just like, will it be the same? Like Jimmy has to almost kind of like Marty said last week. It's like Jimmy literally has to come back and like do some crazy stuff on his own to
That's
try
what I
to match
mean.
the
That's
same
why I said
level
on
because it would
down.
be so weird.
That's the reason why I said on down the line. I ain't say like, bro.
Oh
Jake,
no, yeah.
That's why I say like, oh hey, they got to reunite as soon as SummerSlam. Like,
Oh yeah, no. Like,
nah.
it's got. But see, also the other thing that would make me say that as well though is there's still one more bloodline member that has to pull up before Jacob.
Lance.
Well, he's another one. I was actually more so thinking.
There's so many of them niggas, so who knows?
7 foot.
Hikaleo?
Yeah. Because his contract wasn't too far behind
Lord
Thomas.
More than
that's
niggas,
why I'm
man.
like, I mean, they literally, I read an article saying he was in talks.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Like literally pretty much in a way, the story is Solo is basically turned his back on his immediate family and going straight for outside for extended.
Mm-hmm.
Solo is like that cousin who is like, he's tired of his immediate family, so he just go lean on and pretty much lead the outsiders to take the throne.
Mm-hmm. And I heard people talking about like, what would they call this when this inevitable civil war happens anyway? Like, what are they going to be called? Are they the bloodline? Or are they going to be? I'm like, fool. They're both
all of them are the bloodline. Like they literally did a bloodline civil war in last year.
That's what I was saying. Like when they did that, it was the bloodline civil war. It wasn't the Usos versus freaking Roman and Solo. It was the bloodline civil war. That's what this would be called when it happens. The bloodline civil war part 2 or continue or however
they want to word it. Like they'll basically, and then The Rock plays into this somehow,
which is another reason why I say I'm like, I don't know if Jay gonna be involved. Jay may not even have to be involved in this.
He may not have to be involved in it at all. Like it can literally be Roman, Jacob, and Jimmy,
mm-hmm.
and Jay could be like, Jay literally could be like, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of this. I'm not coming back.
Mm-hmm. He'd be like, I said deuces for a reason. like I don't want that stress no more. And story wise, I wouldn't blame Jay. You know why? Because
you cost me my Intercontinental. He called him Jealous Jimmy. So you cost me my Intercontinental title. You cost me pretty much
Roman at SummerSlam.
You cost me the Undisputed title and the Tribal Chiefdom.
You threw in the towel the first time I went against Roman after all the hell that he took against Roman the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got in the way to force me to say I quit because you couldn't stay out the way.
You are like I literally want Jay to literally tell Jimmy straight up, no yeet, none of that stuff. Like, bro, you are a liability to my future. You can handle that, and then we'll talk. Mm-hmm. When you're done with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm not touching that. Mm-hmm. And continue to do his thing.
And then, like you said, in that inevitable down the line Usos reuniting comes when Jimmy is finally also done. And like, I'm out this, I'm done, that's it.
Exactly. He like, bro, I'm out. Like, he even cost him the U.S. title against Theory. We all forgot about that. So it's like, bro, you costing me titles, you costing me success, you costing me money, and then it's like he can literally take a line from Roman. It's like, you cost me money. When you cost me money, you cost my kids money, and it would be literally poetic justice if his son was right there in the background. You costing him money, you costing him a future. You taking food off my table. You taking food off his table. So you handle that. You my brother, I love you, but you handle that. Because I told you to leave when I left. But you did not want to. So now this is your cross to bear. And when you put that final nail in the coffin, then we'll talk. And he continued to go, Yeats. It's just me, Oos. Like, bro.
do what you have to. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like I'm here for all these stories that and roots that they connect in this bloodline storyline. But you ninjas, I'm tired. I had to unsubscribe from you ninjas out there saying like, bruh, why are you sitting here trying to?
I unsubscribed from a lot of people.
Nah, for real, me too lately, bro. Because it's just the slightest bit of ignorance. Like it's like some folks just say stuff just to get freaking clicks and subscriptions and this and I'm like, bruh,
Like, bro,
are you watching the product, my ninja?
I literally
like, really?
said, yo, I said J1, Ilya will be fine. And niggas was in my replies like, oh, you glazing. I'm like, please come up with new material.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing the term glazing since the pandemic started. And that was 2020. It's 2024, in the middle of 2024. And you're still coming up with the same tired gimmick or whatever. Get some. I don't even want to say get some bitches because some of y'all don't even need that. Get some help. Grow up. Like I saw on Twitter, someone was like, the IWC needs a locker room leader. Bitch, we're not wrestlers.
Never will be for that matter.
You need to grow up. Bro. That's what you need to do. Grow up.
Mm-hmm.
It don't ever be. And the funny thing is, these niggas who be getting exposed and stuff online, they don't ever be children. They be in their mid to late 20s, early to late 30s, damn near 40, acting like this. You've never been slapped in the mouth and it shows.
Yeah, bro. Common sense is a hell of a lesson. You should get one.
Bars. Say it again.
I said, common sense is a hell of a lesson. You should get one.
Thank you. I'm like, hold on. Let bar. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
You know. That's what we've been doing tonight, bro. We've been saying them bars left and right. You know, shout out to the faithful that know what we talking about out there, man. We appreciate y'all because y'all got it. Yeah, that bar don't apply to y'all because y'all up in here. You know what I'm saying with us. You know
we talking about them people who just don't understand. It's like, bro, it's okay. I promise to be normal. It's okay to be normal. I promise.
Yeah. It's just
you're not on payroll. Stop with the gimmicks.
Legit. And you ain't a vacuum cleaner, so stop sucking. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm a man of God, so I couldn't say the other part. But y'all knew what I meant when I said that. Just saying.
I hate you, man.
Like I told everybody on Twitter with those video memes, man, Gresh been truly influencing your boy, man. I can't.
Literally, I saw that. I was like, bro, I saw what you posted. I said, this nigga has been around me too long. Too long, man. What is happening?
Oh man, it's like it's rubbing off, boy. It's crazy. I'm like, God dang, what is going on today? It's cool. It's cool.
I guess the last thing we'll talk about before we move on to AEW side of things. Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. We briefly talked about that.
Yes.
Could it cause a problem if it's a title for title?
I think it could, because knowing Cody, if he were to win said title, all he's gonna do is just do the golden boy thing and surrender the title to where it's then vacant and people are going to compete for it in some kind of tournament. Or he wins it and he tries to pull a double duty and do the John Cena route of open challenge and have banger after banger after banger with whoever needs that boost in the mid-card realm, if you will. But that's going to throw him off his game, because then what about people who want your main title, Cody?
So they can do the Seth Rollins route in 2015. Just have him defend it at the opening of the pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view, and then lose it.
Yeah, they could do that.
Because it's just weird. But they didn't really confirm that it was title for title. They just said champion versus champion. But then Cody kept putting on Twitter for all the gold. And I'm like,
Yeah, because it was something he also said during that promo. I gotta go back and see it, but it was something he said that hinted like it was
He
gonna
wanted
be
to be
tight.
Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, that part. That's what it was. Yeah, it was like, uh-oh. That's why I was like, because if that's the case, that's why I was saying he might surrender it. Like he might mess around. If they do decide to do this, he might win it.
And then just
To surrender it so he could say he was a Grand Slam champion, causing Nick Aldis to be like, all right, well, now we're gonna do an official tournament for this title. And
they about to step into AEW territories. They do another tournament.
True.
Remember, they had tournament after tournament after tournament. So,
but they've always done that with the title when it got vacant. That's kind of their thing.
Or a battle royal.
Well, yeah, they could go. I hate battle royals for championships. I really do. I freaking hate them. I used to kind of like them as a kid, but like as I've gotten more
as a kid, because we were kids, we didn't really.
Yeah, we didn't think much of it. But as you've gotten like more logical and grown, and you actually see it differently, I hate battle royals for a championship. That's the easy way out, bro. It's just like you didn't really earn that. You just outlasted people.
Literally, you just hit under the ropes for longer than the other person and just say, "Yeah, here you go. I won the title." For literally doing nothing for 30 minutes until the last 5 seconds of the match and just say, yeah, I won. Yippee!
Exactly, bro. As far as the match itself, though, I'm actually excited. I think it's going to be a banger for real. Like, I heard some insiders say that this is probably management's way of testing Logan Paul for an inevitable push because they said realistically. And I wouldn't be. Remember, I told you about who the heck is supposed to challenge this man for this title on this brand when they did this draft. And honestly, anybody that could potentially future take it off of him, that guy right there, low key, could be a person that does that. Not right now, but if they revisit this, it's possible he could do it. He went tit for tat with Cody on that mic. He held his own. Regardless of how you feel about the guy in real life or as a person, that dude, oh yes, Damien. Now that I did like. I'm not gonna hold you.
Beat the clock champ.
I used to love, yes, beat the clock. That match type right there.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal, bro.
They need to bring it back in the games too.
Yes, bro. Bring that back.
Oh, Damien, did you see that? Did you see that they did a patch update on 2K24? So now you can do light tubes.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw how excited you got off that. Bro.
I was like, ooh. And then I saw somebody was like, he don't know nothing about GCW. You right. I don't watch GCW, bitch. Want a cookie for that analysis?
Yeah. And who you think did it before GCW?
ECW, motherfucker.
Backyard wrestling after that. What did I miss something?
You know, niggas like to troll, but instead of me giving them engagement online, I just give you engagement on my podcast.
Yeah, man. Come on,
goofy niggas. But yeah, man.
Yeah,
it could cause a problem, but it could be depending on how they go about it. It could go either way. It depends on how they go about it.
Yeah, but I do like this matchup, man. I mean, I think this is gonna be a fun one. Interested to see where they take it and how they go with it. But I like that they're gonna make this matchup. It's a good secondary matchup for Cody, and yeah, I'm interested to see how long they try to do this after the fact.
Do you think I saw a comment? It probably was from Quincy Central. He was like, "Do you think they would do like a trilogy?"
I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see a trilogy between these, especially if this first one like slaps enough where fans are craving like, "Yo, we need a run back." They could do it. I mean, because what's the next few pay-per-views? You got King of the Ring. What's after that?
You got King of the Ring. You have, I got it right here because I've been doing this what if, so I pretty much have the list of pay-per-views that are coming up. You have King of the Ring. You obviously have NXT on June 9th. Then you have Clash at the Castle. In June 15th. Then you have Money in the Bank on July 6th. Then you have SummerSlam on August 3rd, and then Bash in Berlin at the end of August. And then obviously they'll probably do a gap between September, October, unless they just throw a random NXT show in between there. And then you got Survivor Series. And if they do the same thing they did last year, they pretty much taking the rest of the year off from pay-per-views and just doing weekly shows until the Royal Rumble.
Okay. So then if that's all the case, brother, I can totally see a situation where a Bash at the Berlin could happen. Money in the Bank's interesting because, dare I say, Logan Paul could win that doggone thing. He came pretty close last year. He could mess around and win that thing and be
I won't
the
be mad at
sole
it.
reason.
Me personally.
Yeah, because imagine it. Rock comes back, he finishes that story with The Rock. Say The Rock beats him for that title. Logan Paul cashes in. Or Cody beats The Rock. But it was a long, dreadful match. He has nothing left. Logan Paul comes in, cashes in. You just never know. There's a lot of different scenarios that I can see that would actually make that quite interesting. So let's see, man. I wouldn't be surprised.
Me either. So it could cause a problem, but it's not going to be a problem that make us lose sleep.
Facts.
All right, let's switch over to AEW. Battle lines have been drawn between Team EVP and I guess you could say the AEW faithful. It'll be pretty much anarchy in the arena between the Young Bucks, the Skate Boy. Oh, was it the Scapegoat?
Yep.
I said Skate Boy. I'm drunk. It's okay.
He's a skate boy. Yeah, no, I can't even do that song right now. It's all good.
It's a skate boy.
I'm thinking Avril Lavigne, y'all. Y'all know that song. He's a skate boy. So see you later, boy.
But yeah, it'll be team The Elite versus Team AEW, which will be Bryan Danielson, FTR, and Eddie Kingston. I've been seeing a little back and forth backlash about this. Like, how you feel about this taking place?
Feels a bit typical. It's giving NWO versus WCW vibes right now. That's what it's giving.
I mean, if I look at it from a history standpoint, why is Bryan Danielson here?
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
The reason I say that is because I feel like Bryan Danielson is only pro AEW by name, but if it was like, I think I was listening to Solid Monster, and he was like, if MJF was cleared, he would have fit, or Darby was cleared, those two would have fit more into this because it's Team AEW, like the day ones versus the Elite.
Yeah, the day ones would have made more sense. You know what's funny is a long time ago, this would have made more sense if it was the quote unquote four pillars versus the Elite.
That's what I mean. Like the day ones. Like
they were the day ones. Gotcha.
Yeah, like they were the day ones. Like they was there from like Sammy versus Cody was the first match. And then you had MJF obviously being pretty much the guy, the heel that they were circling the company around if he's not named Chris Jericho. And Darby was that guy who stood up with Cody, and then Jungle Jack was there with Luchasaurus or Kill Switch now. So
yeah, nah, man. Yeah, it would have hit better if it were that, because the potential that they had labeled on all of them would have made this hit more, because the Elite have so many interchangeable elements, you know. Paige, Kenny, you add Okada to this on top of the Young Bucks. There's so many ways it could have went, and then having these guys. But hey, man, we can't determine people who just didn't live up to their potentials and or do crazy things that caused them to get sidelined with foot injuries. Yeah,
so get hit by a bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nigga, you got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside.
Oh man, bro. y'all gonna get sick of that meme, boy. That's gonna be so priceless. y'all go. Oh snap, bro. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's Tristan asked, is he still suspended, or is Sammy still suspended? Yeah,
pretty much.
What did he get suspended for again?
The Jeff Hardy situation with the concussion.
Did he hit it?
Because remember,
when it comes to Sammy, I don't give a fuck about him. So it's kind of like whatever comes about him in that way. Did he do his finish?
Yeah, like I think Hardy, Jeff was already concussed, and they continued the match basically. Remember, yeah, because we kind of let him have it about that.
Oh yeah.
I
be forgetting about Sammy until people bring his ass up.
It's even more that I forget about his doggone wife.
Ty
still being still a whole member of the roster.
Do you think she come back because she had a whole baby?
I don't know. It depends on how bad she wants to come back. Because there's postpartum for one.
Mm-hmm.
If she's over that, and then you have to really want to, who's calling me in the middle of a show? I'm live right now. It's just y'all excuse that. I'm sorry. I'm getting calls while I'm live right now.
D&D, brother. D&D. But what would you say?
Yeah, it's like well, actually, it's but it's one of those that can go through my D&D. That's why.
Never mind.
But
it's the wife.
No, not that. Moms. But yeah, brother. I mean, Tay could if she wants to. Some women have like you think about a Candice LeRae and some other folks. You think about Candice LeRae and some of the people that manage to come back right off top. They can if they want to.
Like Becky and all of them.
Yeah, Becky. You've had those women wrestlers that have had birth and managed to come back.
Cassie, Iconics. Didn't she have a baby and was wrestling in TNA? She's pregnant again, obviously, but
no, I don't even think she's pregnant yet.
I thought she was already pregnant. I think she's pregnant with the second one.
No, remember they left wrestling a while ago, so she wasn't pregnant yet when that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they had threw me off. I was like, oh, she had a baby. Wow,
I know she had a baby, but I think they announced they're finna have a second child already.
That might explain why we haven't seen.
Yeah. December, literally Christmas Eve last year. I just Wikipedia'd it. They're announcing this. They're having a second baby due any month now.
That's why we haven't seen old boy on TV lately.
Sean Spears.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why he's like settled with NXT because yeah. So yeah, he could and that's probably another reason too. Like she could be having a baby any day now. So yeah.
Well, early congrats to them, by the way, if you extend that. But
I guess like you said, it depends on on what, like if they want to come back or not. But
yeah, because before having the baby, I do know she did make a post or something. I think I saw one of their vlogs or something, and she did mention how she missed being in the ring.
Everybody has that. Once you get that bug, it's hard to get rid of it.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me by any means if she's like, "Yeah, I want to get back in the ring. Let's do it."
Right.
So,
but Team AEW versus Team The Elite, it would have been more better if it was some day ones. But I'm not going to dismiss this match. This match is going to be crazy. Bryan Danielson is crazy for getting in this match after sort of being injured against Will Ospreay, but I guess he's fine now to go into a chaotic match like this. So
it was probably a work knowing him.
Oh, knowing him. Oh yeah, when they documented it afterwards, it was a work.
Yeah.
I hate using that term because I don't work in the business, but
yeah,
at the same time, it's like, yeah, he's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But anything else you want to talk about on Chop It Up with the Fam before we move on to This Week in Wrestling? Did you peep that Samantha Irvin and Lillian Garcia segment?
Oh yeah, I love that.
We didn't even talk about that.
I loved every bit of that moment, man. I was so hyped for that, and it's wild they did this because I was gonna get ready to do a video regarding Samantha Irvin and comparing her to Lillian Garcia. Now I know y'all first say that's unfair. Don't do that. But I'm like, there was a reason why I was gonna do it. And I still will, but I was just gonna kind of leave it up for debate on some people, because the ladies are really doing their thing, especially now with Alicia Taylor being on SmackDown. I kind of want to, congrats, right? I want to kind of show the lady ring announcers their flowers because they're starting to show more lady ring announcers.
And I feel like there's a lot of, not just in mainstream, but in like
Melissa Santos from Lucha Underground. Her times there, she was stellar.
The nice lady in who's pretty much cooking in DPW. I forgot her name. I hate that I forgot her name. But if you watch DPW, you know exactly who I'm talking about. She's mainstay in the North Carolina area.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I saw her at Wale Mania.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, these lady ring announcers, they cooking.
Not to mention Alexander's wife from TNA.
What is her name?
Chung, I think.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull you up because I'm not about to disrespect you like that.
Yeah,
Josh Alexander. Let me pull.
And you're right, Tristan. Yeah, Lillian still got it, bro. Like, I was like, okay.
Jade Chung.
Yes. She's doing her thing as well for TNA, and that's why I said the ladies are killing it right now. So that's kind of why I want to do this kind of comparison kind of situation of like, not just to say who's better, but just like,
she does ring announcing.
I thought she did commentating. I didn't know she was doing ring announcing too.
I mean, she did.
Unless you probably thought I was talking about Cedric Alexander when I mentioned that, but I was talking about, Alexander from.
I mean, unless you do that, do the ring announcing in that North Carolina promotion that they just started.
Oh, I say.
So I don't know.
It's possible. Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah, it's so much wrestling.
Yeah, it really is.
So it's like I can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
But kudos to everybody who does pretty much ring announce, especially in the latest. Is it Women History Month?
No, brother, that was last March.
That was March.
Yeah, that was March. Last month was Hispanic Heritage Month.
Okay, this month is mental health. I'm sorry, all these
and Asian
Heritage Month. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who doing that. Yeah, chop it up with the fam. Yep, I think that's all we got this week for that. So I guess we can switch to this week in wrestling, which is being NXT. Speaking of NXT from March 14th, 2024. What was your thoughts on this one? I feel like, for me, I'm gonna give my brief thoughts. I feel like this one was kind of similar to last week, where it was like it started off hot and then it hit a point where I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, I'm getting that same thought. Like these last probably 3 weeks post Mania, I guess you could say, it's been like hot moments and then kind of like vibe killers. Maybe it comes back up to hot or semi-hot before you're just like, eh. So
like I texted you before we came on here. I was like, the hot was mainly the women's qualifying matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was kind of like,
yeah,
afterwards.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Tony's North, Heritage Cup champ, which
that
I was like, oh,
it did catch me off guard. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't catch me off guard per se. I mean, he was backed into a corner. He kind of had to win this because let's be honest.
Oh yeah, he just lost the NXT title.
Don. Yeah, you can't call yourself Don and keep losing after a while, bro.
After a while, you just a Don in name.
Yeah, because it's like I don't think he won the North American Championship whenever he challenged for that. He didn't win the NXT Championship. So what's the next best thing for? Now he did win the tag team titles. I will give him that. He did win the tag team titles. So for that,
twice.
Once.
Oh.
No, it was twice. That's right, because they lost it to Chase U for a quick little inevitable switch. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Chase U actually had those titles transitionally for like a week or two. That is wild. But yeah, I mean, props to him for having this.
Damon said who was snoring? Wendy Chu. She's coming back.
Snoring? Did I miss something?
It's a pretty much a advertising where all you hear in like when they come back from commercial, you hear.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds. It's Wendy Chu.
I didn't even notice that, bro. I didn't hear that.
Remember her gimmick is sleeping, and she just had a match on Level Up like last week.
I definitely remember that. I just didn't pay attention.
So they're pretty much giving her promo packages. So pretty much when it's time for her to come back, you'll hear probably like the alarm go off, and she'll hit it, and then she'll wake up like, and then come out for a match.
Well, that's cool because I miss Wendy Chu, man. She was over. I hope she can get that.
I mean, she got a big pop when she came out, but hopefully she get that momentum to where it resonates with the TV crowd.
Yeah, I agree, man. Hopefully it does.
Because let's be real, the NXT crowd pops for anything. But
I hope they didn't change her theme either, because that theme was dope.
No, it's still the same.
I'm still good because I'm gonna rap to it because I ain't forgot about that theme. I was just waiting for her to make some kind of comeback. It would have been weird, since she ain't been around. People be like,
I'm ready for them to give Obafemi more content to cook with, so I can make that video. It's more so I don't have enough footage for him.
You're right. They don't. I was thinking that. That's why I was like, I'm gonna have to do another one for you, brother, because I was like, dang, he hasn't done enough yet. All right. Yeah, we'll get something going. We'll get something going, y'all. I got you. I text you those ideas I got, so we'll get on that and send some of those tomorrow. But shout out to Wendy too, man. She's making that comeback, so look forward to that. Man. Other like you, brother, I really have no words about this show, honestly.
I mean, they gave Javon Evans and Oral Mensah a spotlight. I love
that was cool. Props to both of those brothers. I guess we can say the story of Lash and Trick's real life relationship continues. So it's just apparent that they're, I guess, trying to slowly separate the metaphor.
Yeah,
looks like so. If you're invested enough in that story, it just clearly shows that homegirl Lashes, she sprung, boy. She distracted. She want her some trick.
They be back there doing the devil's tango.
Yeah, the forbidden dance.
The forbidden dance.
You know what I'm saying? So they
Arrivederci.
Yeah, man. Trick Willis.
Soul Ruka and Lash.
Yes, sir.
Have advanced to the
2 black folks so far. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Miss Parker get there now. So
because they facing each other. It's gonna be her and Brinley
Reese. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like throughout this entire show, I was kind of losing my mind because I'm like, I feel like everybody's blonde. Cause they just debuted another blonde that lost to Lola Vice. I was like, is everybody blonde?
You know what's funny is I thought that was who did I think that was? I was like, is that Zaya Brookside? And I'm like, no, she's in TNA. What the heck? Who is that? I was like, yeah, it's too many blondes. Some of these chicks gotta dye their hair, man.
It's throwing me
some
off.
Redheads, some brunettes, some
or at least be different because you're the athletic blonde.
Yeah, man. Like,
okay,
can we get something different here?
Can we switch it up?
Dang.
That's why I appreciate Tatum Paxley. People like Tatum Paxley because they different.
Or people like Janai Kai. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they different.
You can distinguish that.
Do something different because it's like, oh, I'm blonde and athletic and fit. So is Soul Ruka. So is Izzy Dane.
Damn, that was another one I forgot about. God, you're right. Jesus.
So is Brinley.
Yeah.
So is Thea Hale.
Yeah. God,
and Thea she's standing out a little bit because she's basically Scrappy Doo. I don't know what the hell they doing with her and Ridge. I'm like, all right, Ridge, you're doing things. That's where I'm at now with Ridge. I'm like, you're doing things.
Mm-hmm. Don't blame me, brother.
What else happened on NXT? Oh, Gallus is back.
Ugh, great. I'm jumping for joy.
Where's that soundbite? Where is that soundbite? Where is it? Where are you?
Oh, that fits so well.
Where is that soundbite?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
is it? Are you right there? No. Where are you? Where are you? Where are? Ah, there you are.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So this NXT episode was fun at the beginning, middle, and it kind of lost me to where I was just like on autopilot.
What about the Wesley segment and then are you happy about okay.
All right, all right. Wesley coming back and them building to him and Oba. Because every time I see Oba Femi,
Mm-hmm.
that's a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
There's wrestlers and then there's a wrestler.
Say that again, brother. Yes, sir.
Like that man is a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You see that man, like that's a big black nigga.
He ain't playing.
And he's not playing. He's the ruler. He's the ruler of NXT.
I like this David and Goliath route.
That's what I'm saying. Like he got to go. Wesley got to. That's the thing. Wesley just had this back surgery, and he got to go through two Goliaths, and Ivar and Oba. I guess you can say Josh Briggs too. I guess whatever.
Sure.
Why
not?
So it's gonna be Wesley versus Ivar versus Josh Briggs in a triple threat, and then it's going to be the winner of that is going to face Oba at Battleground. Do you think if they let's just be real, it's going to be Wesley. Do you think they're going to put the title back on Wesley and have him conquer Goliath and Oba Femi, the wrestler?
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Oba Femi's had that title long enough where he can
transition.
Start catapulting himself to building up to the main event status because somebody's got to take that title off of Trick Williams when the time's right. Who better than Oba?
And he's called himself the ruler. You have to be the ruler. You have to be NXT champion.
Yeah. And yeah. Black man for that title. I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying.
Nigga
That's
own
the first
nigga
time
violence.
in history if that happens.
Nigga own nigga violence for the NXT title. I respect it. Hey, mama.
Y'all excuse me, please. I'll be right back. Just give me a second.
Oh man, while he talking to his mama right quick, I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap up NXT. Yeah, NXT this week was pretty much it was solid from the beginning to the end, but it's like they're building to Battleground, so hopefully we can actually go from there. But yeah, that concludes our thoughts on NXT. And with that being said, as Highlight prepares and talks to his mammy, it is time to preview AEW before we officially. I don't know what. I don't know why I did that. Before we officially wrap up today's show, and hey man, AEW this week is pretty solid. From my point of view, like you don't listen to anybody online when they say, "Oh my God, this is a terrible episode of AEW." This, that, and the third. So, yeah, man, welcome back, brother. I wrapped up NXT, so we're gonna talk about AEW's time to get all elite before we get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Let's do
it. Do you know the card for this week? Because this is pretty much the go home before I believe. Wait, no, it's not the go home. I lied. Haha. Next week is the go home before Double or Nothing because we got a double header next weekend. It's King and Queen of the Ring. Luckily, Saturday show is like at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So luckily with that, and
Wait, so they're gonna be clashing in that same weekend?
it'll be King Queen of the Ring Saturday around 1:00 Eastern time, and then Double or Nothing on that Sunday. Luckily, your boy will be home, so I won't have to work. So we'll likely be live for if we're both down for. If we're not booked, we'll both likely be down live for both shows.
What date was King of the Ring again?
25th.
25th. And double. Okay, yeah, I can make that. That's before I go to Vegas, so that's perfect. We can, yeah.
I feel like all of us are going to Vegas this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
We're going to Vegas before we go to Vegas for Mania.
Mania. Oh yes. Yes. A warm city. Finally.
Let's start off with for AEW this week. We got Timeless Tony Storm versus Harley Cameron.
Boy, she's been getting a lot of TV time. Okay.
She's basically Sky Blue.
I don't see that, but
I don't mean it like in ring wise. She's basically Sky Blue, whereas she's in a match every week because they need somebody to put the prominent figure over.
It's just weird, you know what I mean? Like her of all people, really?
They need somebody to do the jobs, I guess, and they want a reason to put Saraya on TV.
All right, sure.
So,
okay.
We have in a world title eliminator match. It'll be the Young Bucks versus Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal will be in the most.
Christopher Daniels still wrestling?
I have no idea.
What is that you said to Tommy Dreamer? Go home. Enough's enough. Go home.
Christopher Daniels. Okay? Go home. You have a family. You produce. Go home. Oh, God.
They need jobbers, man.
Okay, call Joe Smo on the side of the street. You got plenty of independent wrestlers looking for a little TV time. What the freak, bro?
I admit he did cut a good promo on Collision that after Dynamite hyping like getting in the face of Matt Jackson.
Oh God. All right.
I can give them credit because let's be real, Christopher Daniels is a good promo, but yeah, I can understand your frustration too. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
All right. Next match.
We have a tag team pretty much grudge match. It'll be Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb. Don Callis called in a favor because they basically want revenge for Jon Moxley injuring Powerhouse Hobbs.
Wow. Okay. Huh. All right. I'm semi-intrigued here, but all right. Sure.
After retaining the TNT title on Collision, Adam Copeland calls out Malachi Black for Double or Nothing. It will be basically he challenged him to a barbed wire steel cage match.
Okay, all right. I'm intrigued. You got my attention. All right.
Hook returns.
All right, I like Hook, and as long as this doesn't involve Chris Jericho.
It involved Chris Jericho, brother. Let's just
Oh!
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess the sole title match of the night will be for the Continental title, Kazuchika Okada versus Dax Harwood. This will be used to build for the Double or Nothing match. I see outside interference, even though it's against the rules of the Continental Championship, but it's the Young Bucks in charge of the show, so they'll probably break their own rules because why the hell not?
Yeah, that's giving McMahon Helmsley era if I've ever seen it. God.
We got the contract signing for the TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. one or two ways. Somebody's going through a table.
Another week of Mercedes on the mic. Great.
Yeah, I've come to accept that she's not going to be in the ring until Double or Nothing, so I just don't care anymore.
Great.
We'll see her in the ring.
Mercedes. I really do. I don't ever want that to get twisted. We all know those mic skills are not it. Now I gotta hear that yet another week.
Great. Well, 2 more weeks because next week.
Yeah. Oh, please hurry up and get here, Double or Nothing, please.
And then the last but not least, Omega Embassy turned on Swerve, so it'll be Swerve Strickland versus Brian Cage.
Man, he sure went through that little stable quick. That's all.
You talking about on Collision where he literally one man annihilated all of them? Hit a concerto on who was it? It wasn't Khan. It was
the Samoan.
His tag partner. Yeah. His name is slipping my mind right now.
Yeah. Because all he does is
like, bro, go take a nap. Yelling like a toddler.
Oh boy.
Well, yeah, that's AEW this week. You got any thoughts on this AEW?
I have literally no interest in it. It feels like a clip show. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me clips. Like I can watch it live, but it's giving me clips.
Toa, that's who it is. Toa Leona.
Okay. Toa Leona. Okay, got you. He a part of the
nigga? Who knows?
I'm assuming with that name, he's got to be Tongan, I guess. So he must be
nigga. Who knows? Probably.
Oh, if that's the case, see your way on into that bloodline because that's the only way things is gonna ever change.
But yeah, that's AEW this week. That's pretty much this week in wrestling. Chop it up with the fam. Before we get up out of here.
Samoa Joe.
And them Samoas are everywhere. Like them niggas spawn up like gnats. Like shit. Y'all are everywhere. Respectfully. Love you, Marty. Y'all are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, before we get up out of here, song of the week. If y'all got a song of the week in the chat, if you tuning in with us on live on the chat, make sure you drop it and we'll read it on the show. For me this week, I got This Year, Blessings, Victor Thompson, and His the Greatest. Okay. But I got the acoustic version.
Ooh, okay.
Listen to the acoustic version of This Year, Blessings.
The acoustic
Trust me.
This Year, Blessings. Okay.
This year.
Love you. I like the way my boy put that.
I'm all right, bet. It's soothing. It's so soothing for me. And you can all let us know what's your song of the week, and you obviously text it to me so I can write it down. Yeah,
I got you. I got I'm going to throwback here. A hip hop throwback, if you will. I'm gonna go with Chingy, Pulling Me Back.
Okay.
I don't know why. I was just vibing to it, man. Doggone the sample. I'm studying my samples. So like just a it was just in my head. Like I was just vibing it, just playing it over and over. And so I was like, all right. Every time Charlie leaves and keep pulling me. Tyrese so whining everything gonna be.
Did you see that? Did you see that joke with Tyrese getting subpoenaed? That nigga was singing on his way off the stage. Like, bro, this is some Empire shit, bro. Like, what is happening right now?
My boy said, what do you want from me? That's why the Rock flames your ass. Okay.
Oh man, with that big forehead.
Oh Lord Jesus. Come on now.
Oh man. But Tristan said Confessions Part 1 by Usher. That's his song of the week.
Okay. Good one.
Jump Off or Beast on Twitter said a classic Lloyd Banks joint, Love and Hate.
Okay. I see it. I see the
Damien said the Rikishi diss track to Hogan. I forgot all about that diss track.
Yeah, I heard that. That joint was hilarious.
Yo, before we get speaking of songs, did you hear that joint that Diddy Combs or Sean King Combs released the 50 Cent
I
of all people.
I heard a snippet.
That shit was ass, bro. Shit was ass.
His dad wasn't a rapper, so what do you expect? You
That shit
already
was
know.
ass. I was like, bro, and then you provoke 50 of all people.
His dad couldn't rap, so you know he.
And then Meek tried to get involved, and he got cooked too. Like, nigga, shutting up was your only option, and you should have took it.
Whoever posted that bunny hop of you, bro, dang.
Before we get up out of here, hype everybody, plug your stuff right quick while I go handle some business right quick. But yeah, hype the people up. Hype the people up.
I got you. All right, good peoples. You already know, man. I want to tell my boy Gresh get back, man. First and foremost, let me just thank you, good people, for tuning in with us. Shout out to Tristan. Shout out to Damien. Shout out to everybody up in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all keeping us just live and locked on tonight, man. It was a pretty chill night. We got out a little early on today. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really go as long as we normally do. We about 10 minutes under the 2-hour mark, which is usually our sweet spot of where we like to be. So appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. You already know, man. Follow your boy at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. We got some wrestling freestyles coming. You know what I'm saying? We got some in the works. Got some content coming. If you're in Las Vegas, make sure you catch me in Las Vegas on June the 1st, doing a little event out that way. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, holla at your boy, DM me for the info. I'll send you the flyer and you can come pull up on me. Make sure you check out let me see what else I have for y'all that's coming up. It's slipping my mind. I had it and it slipped my mind for a second. Music video coming pretty soon. Got to shoot on Saturday. So, if anybody's in Atlanta and you want to pull up, DM me and you can come pull up to the video shoot. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it this Saturday. Studio Space Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So come holler at your boy. But nonetheless, yeah, man, we here. Radio interview. Catch your boy on Tri-Stars Radio this upcoming Saturday morning, promoting the event coming up in Las Vegas. So we gonna do some stuff, man. Hey, you know what, Tristan? I'm glad you brought that up, dog. I've been working on that. I got a little something in the works. So stay tuned on that one, my guy, because I actually do have a little something for that. You know what I'm saying? I might attack it a little different, you know what I'm saying? But I got a little something in mind for that. So y'all keep it locked. I'm working on that. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all shout out to my co-host from Life's a Botch, Miss Ash Benny. She's been taking care of some personal things, so I had to post an episode. I'm still editing some things with it, but because I had some technical difficulties with it. But my boy Rick made a return, and me and him kind of did an episode together. So I'm editing clips and stuff like that. So I'll have that posted up pretty soon, hopefully. And yeah, man, follow all things OTS, man. OTS Media Co. Y'all know what it is. And I'm going to pass that thing right over to my boy Gresh.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, make sure you guys continue to support the show, support Highlight, support OTS Media Co. Support pretty much all shit. Here we go again with Ruthless Lala that dropped every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of people don't watch Monday Night Raw, but she wanted to go live on Raw on Mondays doing Raw, at least that first hour, so that way it's something you guys can listen to. And while we chop it up, make sure you guys subscribe to all shit. Here we go again, wherever you listen to your podcast, and listen to episodes 1 and 2. It was a good time. And obviously, we like to make jokes around here and give our love and light to Ruthless Lala and pretty much anybody in the industry who's injured or anything going through anything going on. And like this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you aren't okay, it's okay to not be okay. So like I said on the show, that fake positivity doesn't live here. If ever you hear me say anything positive, it's mainly to hype myself up, and it's just so happened that a lot of people very much feels moved by it. And hey man, if my authenticity is moving you, hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to be creatively authentic and original. So we appreciate you guys, and also subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the Patreon, all that good stuff. We got you guys covered when it comes to that. You can cop the merch. I'm in the works of releasing new merch. You can scan that QR code over on Teespring. We're gonna work in releasing the Sarcasm Unleashed Daily that was designed by me but produced by Highlight. We're putting some things in the works. We might do some pre-orders. We might mess around and do like a 10 shirt pre-order for whatever. Just
10
to like
to 20, you know what I'm saying?
10 to 20, like just to test the theory of like bumping the middleman and producing the merchandise ourselves and shipping it ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll definitely chop it up about that off air and offline and all that stuff.
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll work on that. We'll at least try to get it done by the end of the year.
Sure.
And obviously I'll mess around and create other stuff that I've said on the show, on the main YouTube channel, pretty much turn it into merch, because a lot of people tell me turn into merch like that. The four steps of consuming wrestling, they want me to turn that into a merch shirt.
Okay.
Fuck them niggas.
Okay.
It's just wrestling. Smoke some reefer. Fuck them
you gonna blur that word out, or you gonna keep it?
I'm gonna blur it. I'm gonna blur both words out. Like,
because just in case somebody non-melanated want to rock it.
Yeah,
like the Ruck Fools and the F Fear drink beer from Austin.
I'll probably like nuck them figures.
Okay, I see it. That could work. Nuck them figures. Oh my god.
So yeah, stuff like that. Like, if it's fun, if you guys demand it enough, I will definitely work on it. I got a what if plan. It's basically what if Cody becomes double champion. Something fun, something pretty much giving my thoughts similar to on here. For those who don't watch the podcast, who don't subscribe to the podcast, I don't know why you don't, but if you don't, that's pretty much what that video is going to be. It'll be released before King and Queen of the Ring, so I'm looking at recording it tomorrow, so that way I can have it edited, because those type of videos I edited myself. The My Rise videos that I've been releasing on the channel to keep it active, that's been, shout out to T Scorpion. Like, pretty much he's been cooking and doing his thing over there when it comes to that. And once I finish My Rise, I'll probably do a live stream for Unleashed, the female story, and might do a giveaway. Who knows? Still got to plan it out. And me and Highlight gonna do collab stuff, and we might mess around and do a live podcast with both of us in person. He might come here.
Oh, okay.
So that way we can test the multi cameras, because I'm working on expanding the production side of things. A lot of stuff that I have in the works. Just gotta make sure my schedule is clear, because this is just this what I do here. What we do here is pretty much our side hustle, our hobby, but our main hustle takes priority because bills got to be paid.
Come on.
But signing off, because we kept it short this week, because like I said, we got our point across. We got straight to the point. Hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed the show. And with that being said, make sure you guys scan that QR code to listen to the Unleashed anthem. Stream it. Also follow yours truly, as well as anything content related by scanning this second QR code. And then the third QR code goes straight to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast, GreshUnleashed.com. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember, it's just wrestling. Fuck these niggas. Smoke some reefer. It's just wrestling. Fuck them niggas. So let me say it properly. Fuck them niggas. It's just wrestling. Smoke some reefer. Or however you want to do it to consume your wrestling. Fuck them niggas. And if you are weird.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside.
And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in the streets. And remember who you are, Simba. Remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.
Yeet.
No yeet if you're dealing with fucking Twitter. Goofy.